Good morning, everybody. I just wanted to go over a couple things with you. I miss all of you, and I hope you are all safe and doing great, and your family is doing great as well. I have some things that I wanted to reiterate. Some of you are still having a hard time with shadow and shading and getting the two areas of value blended together. And I wanted to go over how to hold the pencil because we're going to be moving towards color, and it's really important that you get your markings down right. And I just want to make some things to make this successful. So anyways, I have a contraption that I bought that allows me to take video with my phone, and it helps me get some good images for you. The first thing I want to talk about is what I call Wobble Pencil. Okay, Wobble Pencil is just basically you holding the pencil toward the end near the eraser and letting it hang loose. All right, when you do that, it allows you to make very, very light marks with your pencil. When we hold our pencil up here, we press harder. It's very hard to get your marks light. So as you back down the pencil, it allows you to get lighter and lighter and lighter. And you could practice with that. So you could press down hard, back away, and go to the end to get very, very light marks. Okay, the next thing that I saw was some of you are not going in one direction when you make your marks. So it's really important that you go in one direction. And it's also very important that you don't pull away too quickly. If you pull away too quickly, you get these lines, and it's hard to get rid of those lines when we're blending. I'm not going to the edge of the ball. I saw a lot of you did that correctly. And a lot of you did go in this one direction, which is really important. You can always go over it again to darken it. That's called overlaying, when you go over one layer with another in pencil. And that's a term we use in colored pencil as well, overlaying. Going in one direction here is also referred to as hatching. And you want to go in this one angle direction because it exaggerates the roundness of the ball. Okay, so now I'm going to go to this area because I don't want to go through the whole ball with you on this video. My reason for making this is to show you how to blend two areas together. And moving towards colored pencil, you're going to have the same thing. A lot of you were smudging with your finger. You don't want to do that. The grease from your fingers actually makes it hard to blend when you want to darken an area. And we're going to get into face features and all kinds of other things. So getting this Wobble Pencil down and understanding how to get darker and then lighter depending on where you are on the pencil is really important. It's almost like a music instrument. So this is dark, lighter, 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 lightest. So you don't want to put that pressure down. So what I'm doing here now, and I'm going to zoom in, is I'm going to blend these two areas together. To do this, you're going to use like these little circle motions. I am not literally drawing circles. I'm just making this little circular motion, and I'm buffing. Basically, I'm not really pressing. I'm using the Wobble Pencil, and I'm going to buff from the lighter to the darker area, paying attention to the pressure that I'm putting on the pencil until that area is pretty much gone or looks smooth. So right here, I've gotten rid of that area. So when you have these two areas of value that look like this, you can literally go into it like that, and you can buff it out. You can buff the whole ball. Just pay attention to the pressure so you're not darkening the whole thing. This area of coarse shadow right here, this is your coarse shadow, is very dark. I would say not darker than a 4. You don't want the number 5 value tone to be here at all. And then you can go in and buff again. It's important that when you buff the lighter area and not the darker area. If you buff into the darker area too much, you're going to find that you get this dark line because you're going to darken the darker area. So you want to try to keep it in that lighter area and paying attention. Now I'm going to take this area and I'm going to lighten this even more. like so. All right, and I'm gonna lighten even more. The only white part of the value ball is the highlight. So as I come across here, and I'm changing the pressure on my pencil as I go. So I was like this, and I know to back off my pencil as I shade. The other area that I wanted to point out that I noticed some students were missing is that this area right here, this is called reflected light. All objects that are round have this reflected light, but it is not white. So don't forget to go back into this area and buff it out with your coarse shadow so it looks nice and smooth. And the value tone number is probably like a 2 or 3, depending on your pressure. So you do want it to be lighter than your core shadow. Your reflected light should be lighter than your core shadow. This area is still the darkest area, but it is not white. Remember, the only thing white is going to be your highlight. I'm going to finish shading this because I'm going to turn it into another video that talks about how to do that with color and colored pencil and how to use your complementary colors. So I'm going to turn this off and just load it up as another tutorial for you to help you with blending if you're having a hard time with that. I made a lot of comments to the things that you turned in to Google Classroom. So if I mentioned something to you about blending more or looking at those changes more and how to hold your pencil, please go back and practice that some more because it's going to get to be even more important as we work with colored pencil. I hope you all are having a great day. Bye.